For this demonstration, we'll quickly go through some of the information that you will need to assist you as assigning advisors for students. Very briefly, when a student is declaring a major for the first time, they will go to the major declaration link and the left button will be open and available for them. Transfer students are able to declare at any time as they enter Elon. Incoming first-year students who are in an Elon 1010 class may not declare their major until the last 2 weeks of the semester. This allows the Elon 1010 instructor to work with them and guide them and have access to their information in OnTrack and also to be able to grade their graduation plan. However, if they are a returning student and they have already declared their major, they may choose to do add or change a major or minor. Department chairs and proxies will only be notified if the primary or secondary major has changed. If the student drops a secondary major, there will be no notification. If they simply change their minors, no notification. Again, it's only when a primary or secondary advisor is changing because of the major declaration process that the department chair or proxy will be notified. Weekly, you have an opportunity to check your pending requests. You may click refresh to see if anything is here. This may be showing because you've already cleared out your pending requests or because none have arrived for this given week. However, in other weeks, it is very likely and probable that you will have some pending requests. Heavy seasons will be those last 2 weeks of fall Elon 1010 leading into finals week because a lot of students will be declaring their major. There will also be a heavy season at the end of winter term heading into early spring, also for returning first-year students. There's often also a heavy season at the beginning of each fall semester as students returning from their sophomore year declare their major. When you have a pending request, it may show in 2 different areas. What is on the screen right now is our test environment. This is still valid for you as you're working live in your area. So you will notice that one of them has a green accept button and the other one does not. When there is a shaded out accept button here, it is simply because the person who declared did not request a specific advisor. In this case, this example did request an advisor. And if you have already keyed this into Colleague, you can simply click accept here and move quickly through the process. If not, though, you will need to click in review. In the review screen, you will have access to select the advisor that you would like to assign to that particular individual. Make sure you're typing in the advisor's name. Their user ID and email will not show up, so it does have to be whoever the advisor might be, such as Sam Smith. Okay, so shifting to Colleague. So if we know we wanted to assign someone an advisor, we would go into Colleague and we would find Student Advisor Listing. So if we are looking for a current student, and we're going to use our program assistant who runs major declaration, Anita O'Brien, as an example, you'll notice we've been using this a little bit of play space as we can see some start dates and end dates here. So if we wanted to assign Anita a new advisor, let's say we wanted to assign her to Brandy Probst from our office, you can type in the name. If you have their ID number, you can do that as well. Go ahead and click and you'll pull open the person that you want to assign. And you do not have to add a lot of data at this point. You don't need to change the start date. You would keep it there. If you're going to end it, I'll show you that in a minute. But you do need to assign which type the person is going to be. Are they going to be the primary or are they going to be the secondary? So let's say that we're going to assign Brandy as the secondary advisor. We want to click Save first, not Save All, then Update. This provides you just a moment to review here the type. Is it correct? And if we did Save All, it's instantaneously going to give the student an email with their new advisor. So this gives you a chance to double check this. Right here, whoops, there are no primary advisors here. I need to change this. I didn't mean to do secondary. I really need to flip that back to primary because that's the program that that works. That this is only one major, so we need to switch to primary. So easy fix. Now we've got that primary. We keep that open date. The registrar's office does a clearinghouse date after every graduation to clear students out, so you don't have to worry about graduating students in this regards, just for students who are being assigned advisors. So if at this point in time you're ready, you would go ahead and click Save All. I'm not going to do that because I just want to do a couple other demonstrations. If you are now assigning a new advisor, And let's say you're going to assign back to Kenzie Woody. You do have the ID there, so you can shorthand it if you want. So we're going to now assign Anita to work with Kenzie. So I've gone ahead and done the primary again. I'm going to hit save, and I've hit update. The problem that I have here is now there's 2 primary advisors. So I don't want to do that. So I would go ahead and click here, and I would put the end date. We'll typically backdate this. So just for fun, I'm going to go ahead and pick a random date that we originally assigned and backdate this as well. And again, I'm going to go ahead and hit update and save. So again, we're just doing a practice scenario here. So Brandy was the primary advisor from August 4th of 24 only until September 15th, 24. And now we're reassigning Anita to be advised by Kenzie Woody as primary advisor. And this is all active. So again, once we hit save all, it is live. The student will be notified, and Kenzie would be notified next Monday that Anita Bryant is one of her new advisees. So at this point, nothing has been saved. So we're going to go ahead and hit cancel off and clear that out. And if I want to go back in the record and see where things are, I just have to hit at and check it. So I did all that to demonstrate, but actually no advisors were changed. So you can always hit cancel all if you're worried that you may have made an error, but as soon as you hit save all or save for a second time, then that will be in there. It is always fixable. If you have questions, just contact our office. But again, it is always fixable, even if the students receive a notification, simply because we want to make sure they get the right advisor. So if you accidentally assign and realize it's the wrong caseload breakdown, go ahead and fix it. The student will be absolutely fine. As you have questions, keep contacting our office. We are more than happy to help you with any of your major declaration questions. Thank you for watching this short video.